How's it going, everybody? It's sunset time and the clouds look decent. Could be good, could be bad, but Skylar said he wanted to go to Beach Road, so we're gonna head there, and we're just gonna hope for the best. Okay, so cue the standard GoPro time lapse. So if I were to ask you the question, which one would you prefer, sunrise or sunset? I feel like most people would pick sunset. I mean, you don't have to wake up as early, you're already up. You can see, at least for photographers, you can see how the clouds are going to be before you go, as opposed to sunrise. If you go, you're just taking a guess that the conditions might be good. It might be absolutely horrible, and then you could possibly get skunked. But so I personally prefer sunrises. It's just personal preference. I like the chase. I like to not know what I'm gonna get before I start. But sunset, for a lot of people, is their favorite time to shoot, because again, they can predict the conditions, they can see how the conditions are looking, and then adjust their plans accordingly, and really try to find the best possible spot to go for sunset. So for photographers love those big, bright, colorful skies, the ones with all of those oranges, yellows, and reds. Those are the conditions that every sunrise or sunset photographer is chasing, is opening of clear sky right below the horizon, and then all of the clouds, whether it's even low clouds, just clouds above that break in the horizon. A lot of times it's hard to predict. You can't just sometimes it's hard, especially if you're at home. You can't really see the horizon. It's hard to look outside to see whether or not the conditions are going to be favorable for sunrise and sunset. So I'm going to talk about a few of the apps that I used personally to try to predict the best cloud coverage and the best conditions to go out and shoot. So the first app is an app called Clear Outside, and what makes Clear Outside great is that it shows you the percentages of high clouds, medium clouds, and low clouds, and based off of all that information you can decide whether or not the conditions are favorable to go. So for example, if you have 99% high clouds and 0% medium and 0% low, then those conditions are really favorable for those big, bright, colorful, burning skies at both sunrise and sunset. But if it's 100% low clouds, 0% medium, 0% high, then you know that there's just a bunch of low clouds in the sky, and more than likely those low clouds will snuff out whatever light comes through from the sun at sunrise or sunset. The next app that I like to use is an app called Windy, and shout out to my friend Vince, he referred me to this app, but it has a function called a meteogram, and what a meteogram will do is actually show you a visual of those high, medium, and low clouds in relationship to each other. So clouds have depth like anything. So if there is a very big cloud depth per se for the low clouds, then you'll see a big dark slab of low clouds on the meteogram. But if there's a very thin layer of low clouds, then you'll see that represented accordingly with a very thin layer of low clouds as well. And the same goes for medium, the same goes for high. So sometimes if the conditions have a little bit of medium, a little bit of low, and a lot of high, you're able to tell based off of that amount by looking at the meteogram on Windy. And both Windy and Clear Outside are good because you can punch in and search up whatever location that you want to go and shoot at, and that will tell you based off of whatever weather data is out there from the satellites, or I don't know, from the weather gods or whatever. It'll tell you based off of the location how those weather conditions and those cloud patterns will be depending on where you're at. So North Shore cloud coverage and rain and all weather is going to be a lot different from cloud and weather and rain in Hawaii Kai or in town. So by having the ability to search up and figure out what the conditions are where they're at, it helps you plan your trip, helps you plan your sunset to try and get the best possible outcome. I'm not sure where Skylar's at, but you know, we're here, so I'm gonna go and try and get myself set up. The waves are not too loud, but these are the conditions that we're trying to go for sunset. So as you can see behind me, there's a gigantic wall of clouds, and then there's a little bit of horizon down below. So those are like the quote-unquote photographers' I guess goals, optimal conditions for sunset. So that's what we got here, hoping for the best. You know, hard to tell, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. Skylar, what's your prediction? How good on a scale of 1 to 10 do you think this sunset's gonna be?
I'm optimistic, so I'm gonna say 7.
You're gonna say a 7?
But realistically, it's gonna be like a 5.
Okay. I would say, I would also agree with the 7. Like, it could be good, but it also could be really bad. So, we'll see. Do you need a condom, Skylar?
No. Oh, man.
Okay, so this is how Skylar predicts how good the sunset is.
So the easy way I predict the sunset is when you look at the clouds, gray clouds are going to stay gray, but when you have clouds that are like highlighted white with a little hint of yellow, they're going to change some colors. So if we have kind of few clouds like that today, I think it's going to be all right.
Yeah, that's a good point because most of those dark clouds do stay pretty dark. Like they might change the color if everything else catches light, but for the most part, yeah, they do stay pretty dark. That's a good point that I never thought of.
Nope. Maybe. No, thank you. It's pretty cool. It's a good comp.
Yeah.
But here, I'll test this on.
Hiding in the cave, hiding from the waves right now, kind of big, but it's what we want. It's what we want. We want high waves, high clouds, and a nice sunset. Wow, wait, what? All right, so let's walk through this composition here. It's pretty simple. I like the shape of this rock that's in the foreground. It has a very nice sharp edge, almost looks like a box shape. And as the waves crash over, they kind of create nice little waterfalls on the edges of the, oh my god, these waves are crazy, on the edges of that rock. So I'm trying to capture all of that detail. The clouds are looking promising. There's some light, there's some color in there. I might take a few shots. Another thing about this image is, oh my god, I just dropped my filters in the water. Another thing about this image is the fact that all of the water on the right side is creating like a nice little river. So I'm trying to capture that as well. But pretty simple, just a rock, some water, some flow, and a nice sky. So yeah, let's see if we can get a decent shot out of this. Dang, these clouds are insane. Hoping for a nice burn. And right now I'm just waiting for the water to flow. And here comes a big wave right now. Nope, not really. So in the meantime, I'll just take some photos of the sky. Stash those images later on. Here comes the wave. Just kidding, there's no wave. But yeah, this is looking like a pretty good sunset in process of making. The hardest part is waiting for these waves to come through. So yeah, this is happening behind us right now. I'm trying to vlog and shoot at the same time. Oh my god, I just got splashed. But it almost looks like Northern Lights because there's rain in the sky and all the color is just, come on water, do me a favor here. Thank you. Oh shit! I hope I got that. But yeah, all of that rain from the sky is coming down and catching that orange glow from the sun. My goodness. Alright, now let me try to actually get a good shot because I've just been spraying and praying at this point because it's just so insane. I don't think we're getting any color left. It's kind of just low on the horizon. Let me show you guys here. sure if you guys can see that. But yeah, overall it's a pretty unique sunset, I would say. It's very rare that you get kind of like a rainy glow in the sunset. Hopefully Skylar got some good shots so I could put his photos in there. But yeah, that's always, again, going back to the sunset point, that's always what we're looking for, right? Is clouds in the sky, but when you look towards the west side, there's an opening in the horizon that makes for the best kind of sunsets. Sunset, besides that northern lights glow, is pretty disappointing, but hopefully we got some good shots. What do you think?
Yeah, I think I got some good ones. I already kind of looked at them. I'm pretty stoked on editing.
Yeah. So what would you rate it? We both rated it a 7.
I think you hit the 7.
Hit the 7? Yeah, that was pretty good. Pretty unique. It would have been like a 9 if it burned afterwards, but you know, now I'm just complaining about all the things that I'm disappointed about. But yeah, very pleasantly surprised about what happened. But yeah, we'll show the shots now. Hopefully Skylar edits his shots by the time I edit this vlog, which it probably will because I take so long to edit. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll link Skylar's Instagram in the link below. Also check out his podcast, Madhouse. I'll link that in the description below. We need to do an episode though.
We do.
We'll do an episode before before my vlog comes out, so then we can link the episode that I'm on his podcast. But yeah, like, comment, and subscribe if you aren't already. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.